So let's take this to the current day, to the president of Guatemala today, because at the same time you were interviewing these soldiers, you interviewed the Guatemalan president, at least the Guatemalan president today in 2013.
Yes, the senior officer, the commander in Neba, was a man who used the code name Mayor Tito, Major Tito. It turns out that man's real name was Otto Perez Molina. Otto Perez Molina later ascended to general, and today he is the president of Guatemala. So he is the one who was the local implementer of the program of genocide which Rios Montt is accused of carrying out.
This is a huge charge. I mean, right now it's an historic trial when it's 25 years after a past president is now being charged. Let's go to a clip of Otto Perez Molina, the current president of Guatemala. But this is 1982 in the heartland area of Quiche in northwest Guatemala, northwest of Guatemala City. In this video clip, Otto Perez Molina is seen reading from political literature found on one of the bodies. This is your interview with him.
El artesano pobre lucha al lado del obrero. El campesino pobre lucha al lado del obrero. La riqueza la producimos los pobres. El ejército agarra campesinos pobres. Unidos tenemos una fuerza invencible. Toda la familia está en la guerrilla. ¿Qué otra cosa interesante? El ejército guerrillero de los pobres hasta la victoria siempre. Guerra popular. Son diferentes frentes que tienen ellos.
Entonces, aquí están diciendo que el ejército mató a gente. Sí.
I mean, this is astounding. This is the current president of Guatemala standing over these bodies. Tell us more.
Well, as one of the soldiers says in the sound in the background, the Perez Molina interrogated these men, and soon after they were dead. And one soldier told me off camera that, in fact, after Perez Molina interrogated them, they finished them off.
This man, Perez Molina, the president, actually was going by a code name at the time. When was it clear that this is Perez Molina, that we have a very clear shot of him?
For a long time, Perez Molina was trying to obscure his past and apparently hide the fact that he played this role in a supervisory position during the Highland massacres. During the Guatemalan presidential campaign, which Perez Molina eventually won about 2 years ago, I got calls while I was in Asia from the Guatemalan press and from the Wall Street Journal asking whether I could vouch for the fact that Mayor Tito, the man in the video who I encountered in the Northwest Highlands in the midst of the massacres, whether I could vouch for the fact that Mayor Tito was, in fact, General Otto Perez Molina, the presidential candidate. And I said that I couldn't, just from looking at the current videos. You know, people can change a lot visually over 30 years. So I said I couldn't be sure. It turns out and during the campaign, when reporters would ask the Perez Molina campaign, is Perez Molina Mayor Tito, they would dodge the question. They would evade. They were running from it. It turns out, though, we just learned this week that Perez Molina had admitted back in 2000 that he was Mayor Tito, but then apparently afterward he thought better of it and was trying to bury it. And now this is potentially trouble for him. He's currently president, and so under Guatemalan law he enjoys immunity. But once he leaves the presidency, he could, in theory, be subject to prosecution, just as Rios Montt is now being prosecuted.
That could be a serious motivation for him declaring himself president for life.
Well, Rios Montt seized power by a coup, but one of the important facts about the situation now is that the military men don't have the power that they used to. The fact that this trial is happening is an indication of that. This trial is happening because the survivors refused to give up. They persisted. The survivors have been working on this for decades, pushing to bring Rios Montt and the other generals to justice. They refused to give up. They got support from some international human rights lawyers. And within the Guatemalan justice system, there were a few people of integrity who ascended to positions of some authority within the prosecutorial system, within the judiciary. And so we now have this near political miracle of a country bringing to trial its former dictator for genocide, while the president of the country, who was implicated in those killings, sits by it.
Alan, this video that we have of you interviewing Perez Molina, again, as you said, he admitted to the Guatemalan newspaper Prensa Libre in 2000 that he used the nickname Tito, is quite astounding. So let's go to another clip where you're talking to him about the kind of support that he wants.
Actualmente los Estados Unidos están dando ayuda militar aquí en forma de helicópteros. ¿Qué es la importancia del helicóptero para ustedes?
Sí, el helicóptero es un aparato que se ha convertido de gran importancia, no solamente aquí en Guatemala, sino que en otros países en donde han tenido problemas de contrainsurgencia.
Como Vietnam.
En Vietnam, por ejemplo, fue una de los helicópteros, fue un aparato muy utilizado.
¿Y también pueden usarlos en combate?
Claro, sí, el helicóptero, si es un helicóptero ya diseñado propiamente de tipo militar, sí viene artillado para apoyar a unidades terrestres. Vienen artillados con ametralladoras o con lanzacohete.
¿Y qué tipo de morteros usan ustedes?
Bien, hay varias clases de morteros, pero las que están usando las patrullas pequeñas es el mortero Tampela.
Tampela.
Sí, es un mortero de 60 milímetros.
¿Y es muy poderoso? ¿Tiene mucha fuerza para destrozar?
Sí, es un arma muy efectiva y que se le ha dado muy buen uso y muy buenos resultados en las operaciones de patrullaje.
¿Es arma antipersonal o qué clase?
Es arma contrapersonal.
¿Tiene una...?
Aparte de eso, que es muy liviano y es fácil de transportar y fácil de operación también.
Entonces es muy ligera y pueden usar con la mano, ¿verdad?
Exacto, sí. Con la mano.
¿Dónde lo obtienen?
Ese lo estamos obteniendo de Israel. Eso está abasteciendo.
¿Y dónde lo obtiene la munición para ellos?
La munición es israelita también.
So this is, again, the current president, Perez Molina of Guatemala, the general you met in the highlands in 1982, asking for more aid.